So, you guys continue moving away from the Ripple Mountain, but you ultimately discover and decide to attempt a triumph over the energy horror, a giant tree that is sucking light, any sort of energy source that it can from everything around it, including people, according to it, Corin's magical axe, and basically anything it can just get its hand on, including, or its roots on, including the lightning sky above. The fight continues. Several of you are severely wounded. Margot is in a hole. She got put in timeout, and nobody knows about it. And the rest of you are surrounding the tree.
Dronos.
Dronos. He just can't do anything about it from where he's at.
I just sent a pissed off elemental into the stomach of the tree.
Oh yeah, that's definitely happening, which is interesting for me. Okay. Oh, what's up, puppers? Bright and early, it's puppy time.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's ready.
Leo!
What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
What's happening?
Okay. So, top of the rounds. Which means it is the lair action's turn at initiative of 20. I get to use one of my abilities that I have not yet had a chance on so far. The lair action, well, you guys have seen it a little bit so far. The lair action is going to be Stolen Hero once again. But this time, instead of using Corin's axe that the tree is draining energy from, a little bit over by Dro, the ground opens up, and out from under it, you see a vine emerge with a person dangling on it, covered in kind of sand people-esque garb. They've got goggles, helmets, kind of some high-tech looking gear with them, and they're dangling unconscious. And a jolt of energy reaches through the vine, shocking them, and they squirm and scream, and you see their hands move out and do a magical symbol as they begin to cast a spell. And oh, sorry, let me actually make this person visible and share a little bit of their art. The energy inside of them pushes forward, and the ground all around the tree begins to poke out into sharp spines, and then suddenly a large wall of thorns erupts from the ground in a 20-foot diameter. Oops, that's way too big. And I'm going to turn this green so it's not confused with any potential fireballs. And it surrounds the entirety of the tree itself. Let me see here. The wall is 20 feet high and 5 foot thick, and so you guys lose line of sight of the bottom part of the tree, but this thing is massive, so it still goes there. So each person in the space here. Oh, come on. Yes, I can do that. Hey, stop it. Behave. So, Dro, Dauphin, Corin, Leo, Yaslin, I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Oh gosh, guys.
Off to a great start over here.
Also, Corin, and, so Leo, Corin, and Dauphin, you guys get a +3 because you guys are still within, blah, 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 blah. Corin's lovely aura. So you get a +3.
91.
Oh, no. The dice, they're not your friends. Okay. Hello. Okay. So as the wall erupts around you, everybody who failed, and failure is a 14.
Everyone
or-
Dro.
or DC. Okay, so Dro, you take. I can do math. You take 18 points of piercing damage. Everybody else takes 37. Wall of Thorns is a brutal spell.
I only end up taking 18 though because I'm raging.
Yeah, because you're raging. So Corin, welcome. Top of the round, the tree summons one of the heroes that it's controlling, and that hero casts Wall of Thorns around the base of the tree. Everybody had to make a saving throw, including yourself. But I did not do it for you so far. Nope, I did.
That's fine.
So you succeed. So you got a 12 plus your 3 for your what's it? So you succeed. So Corin, you take.
My aura is built into my rolls.
Oh, is it? Sweet. Okay, in that
What was
case, it's a
save?
12. It was a dex save.
So I have a +5 total, including my +3 actually.
That
Yeah,
looks
my
correct.
roll
Okay,
is- Yeah.
sure. How about you go ahead and roll it for yourself?
Alright, I got the black screen going on from Ford and try again.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna scoop this guy up a little bit because I can't actually like click on Leo's character again. There we go. Yeah, so Yaslin takes a hit. Leo is very hurt. Corin and Dauphin are unconscious, and Dro takes half damage. I don't think it doesn't state it here. So, if you guys want to, you can stay in this space, and like you can move through the Wall of Thorns. It does damage you as you go along. Or as it erupts and like gets in your face, you can back out and like be on the outside. It doesn't specify in the spell, so I will let you guys choose what your response to the wall is. Hey, dirty 20. Nice, Corin. So Corin, you are going to take 18 points of damage, which is still going to make you unconscious. There was a chance for a nat 20 where you would get some resistance to it, though.
Because it was what type of poison damage? Just piercing?
Piercing. So, I'll just kind of go in order. Dro, you staying in or are you backing out?
Can Dro see what it was an adventure he cast this, right? Or there's somebody
yeah,
is he
this
moving
dude,
now?
No, he's up there, and like his body is being controlled as he's just kind of sitting there.
But no, I'm gonna stay in because I can see on the
Okay.
other side, right?
Yeah, it's 5 foot thick. Yep, so if you enter the wall or end your turn there, you take another 7d8 worth of damage. Or after, with a dex check.
But I can see on
So-
the opposite side of it, like, so I could see the
Yeah,
adventure.
yeah, essentially, like, you're in, if you stay there, you're within, like, that 5-foot space, and you have to move through to the other side. And it's, like, it's double difficult terrain, so 4 feet of movement for 1 foot.
I'll stand.
Okay, cool. Dolphin, unconscious. Corin, unconscious. Leo, you staying or going?
I would go. I would have moved myself, but I see the game is paused.
There you go, sorry about that.
So I was just gonna throw myself out next to Kenji there.
Okay, sounds good. Yaslin, staying or going?
Do I? So this is difficult terrain. How tall are these thorns?
20 feet.
They're 20 feet high.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I'll climb out. I'm like, fuck this thorn.
Alright. Okay, gotcha. Sweet, so that is the lair action. The energy horror is going to take its turn now and do something stupid. What did I say this was? Okay, so it does not like what's happening inside of its own chest. So it is going to reach in and like rip out a chunk of its own body to try and expose the water elemental, and then it is going to grapple the water elemental and like try to throw it away.
I don't think aren't water elementals immune to grappled and restrained?
Can't grab
I
water.
think she might be right.
He's
How
gonna
do you
try.
grapple water?
He'll just pull Marcus
yeah.
out
Have you
of
ever
the
tried to
puddle.
It
run
is-
a lake?
It is a condition immunity that it cannot be grappled.
He's gonna
It
have to
doesn't
release
know
it.
that though. It
Or
doesn't know
restrained.
that. It should try.
It should definitely try. It can still smack it. So let's go with that.
Again, yeah.
Just gonna punch itself.
So let's go here. I kind of like that better. Anyways, why not?
Does it do itself and rips its own chest open? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, right. Yes, that is going to be a 21 to hit the elemental, and I'm gonna roll the damage here to. Ooh. Let's see. Okay, it is not immune to being pushed. What the claw attack has a push effect, and it fails for a 7. So, I mean, this thing moves its body throughout like the ecosystem that you guys are in. So like but it's like frantically doing it. So I'm gonna give it half the damage that it does to the water elemental. So it'll do 9 points to itself. So it begins to like open up a space inside of its chest cavity, but it's being like impatient and goes in and like just reaches in and claws and like tears away some of the water. So that is 9 points of damage to me. That is...
It added it.
Oh, it already calculated. Okay, will you please roll a wisdom save for the thing? Throw. The water elemental.
11.
Alright, that is not gonna do it. Okay, it is going to curse the water elemental. And the water elemental has disadvantage against attacks against the horror. So that was the first attack. Second attack is basically gonna go about the same.
Did it just regenerate? Is that what I
Yes, it did. At the beginning of its turn, it does regenerate some hit points. 23 to hit. Oh, and see, this thing is big. Water elemental. Okay. Basically, so the water elemental, it reaches in and like just smacks it with enough force that it flies like 15 feet and kind of like slams against the rib cage of the creature. Is trying to like essentially like push it out of its own body as its hands are like reaching into its own chest. This is a weird scenario now. So if the water elemental fails again, and depending on how badly it fails, it's going to get ejected out of its body because it's not. It's that'd be a total of like 30 feet worth of pushing. That's the intended thought pattern of the elemental or of the horror. Let's see how it goes though. Ooh, that is a success. Okay. What the? That's not right. Okay, 19 points. Of damage. What was it at? It was at 86.
It's resistant to
somehow-
bludgeoning, by the way. Is that
Really?
what
I don't
it's
see non-magical.
non-magical
physical.
bludgeoning.
It is magical.
Okay. I wonder if it's
Yep.
taking it as non-magical then. Is that
That's
math?
weird because it didn't do that on the last one.
Is that math? I thought.
Weird. Yes, I am gonna take 10 more off.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay, cool. Oh, it's probably got it that if it succeeds, it takes half damage. Yeah. Okay, so it reaches back in and claws at it, and it succeeds on the strength save this time, kind of like more prepared, kind of like pushing back against it as the second throw comes in. Go ahead and roll a wisdom save one more time for the curse.
Almost a 13. 11 again.
An 11 again.
Can it be cursed again?
A creature can be targeted by more than one curse. And this guy's MO is massive. I can't think of the. This guy is massively good at multitasking. So, he is able to concentrate on more than one thing. And so he's essentially concentrating on two different curses right now. So the second curse, at the beginning of the Ripple Elemental's turn, it has to roll a Wisdom saving throw. If it fails, it does nothing. That's verbatim out of the curse spell. It is trying everything it can to survive what's inside of it. Okay. And its bonus action. I mean, it would love to grapple the water elemental and suck its life force, but it's immune to grapple. So, and none of you are currently grappled, so my bonus action does nothing. Your turn, guys. Dolphin's up. Dolphin is unconscious. Dolphin, give me a death saving throw.
Don't we have advantage on it from something?
You do, because Dire cast
Beacon of Hope.
Beacon of
Beacon
Hope.
of
I was going
Hope.
to say Tone of Silence. That's not it. Beacon of Hope.
How do I do death save on... Oh, I assume clicking on this big skull. Yep.
Ah! I was so close to a natural
Got your
20.
advantage.
Okay. Dolphin, hanging in there. 18's pretty good. Dolphin, your unconscious self is... And your conscious self is very aware of spirits. And 18's pretty good. As you enter into something a little bit more spiritual yourself, with your body pierced severely by thorns, you and just kind of like hanging there limply. There is something that kind of pulls at your unconscious mind approximately below you. Do you respond at all in your mind? Something is kind of catching your interest. It is intriguing.
Yeah, I suppose so. Why not? If I'm unconscious, might as well.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll just reach.
Okay. Describe how you reach.
Well, if there's something below me that is starting to hold off and down, then I would essentially try and focus my mind as to where I am right now. Whatever I can visualize as unconsciousness. If it is just complete and utter blackness, if it is, you know, like the drifting of the ocean, or whatever unconsciousness is to Dauphin. And if something's pulling at him from below, then he's just going to simply, in this visualization of unconsciousness, just lean downwards and put out his hand, stretching down to try and grab it, as opposed to, you know, offering it a hand to get up. He's trying to pull himself down.
Okay, perfect. I'm guessing unconsciousness feels like Dauphin is just in the middle of a black ocean. You can't see anything. It's kind of like buoyant and suspended. And as you reach down and kind of you lean down and reach for this thing, it feels like in this endless blackness of water, it's kind of a pale blue current that is running down. Reach out, grab it, and begin to drift forwards towards it. Okay. Corian, my other unconscious person. Your go.
Also with advantage on that scene?
Also with advantage, I believe. Dyer got everybody. Okay. Corian. Not your first time being here. You know how to push back through, and you are making progress to do so. Okay. Alright, next up is my tree, which I totally forgot I had until it showed up in the initiative order. I thought you guys had killed them all. Okay, this guy is going for his grapple attack against Dro, and that's going to be a 2 for the first one.
Through the vines, he's doing it.
No, not through the vines. It's the tree branch with its giant roots, the lightning roots.
But he can reach through the wall of thorns, because I never popped out.
It is okay. Let me check. Okay, good call. The wall blocks line of sight. So, I mean, he missed, so I'm going to roll it one more time just to see if he nat ones. Nope. So, he is... this is essentially kind of a blind attack. Even though he, like, doesn't... I know he's got tremor sense and you haven't really moved, but it's also, like, dodging different... portions here, so I am going to give this a disadvantage roll. That'll be an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. Okay, that is 13 bludgeoning damage comes out and grabs onto you, and I need you to make a Nope, and and you are grappled by the creature. It is built into the attack. As you're like in the thorns, like possibly moving forward, you feel these roots like grab you and start to hug on you a little bit. Yaslin's up.
Is there... So there's this huge wall of thorns around it, right?
Yep.
Is there like any area behind it? Or is it
It
like
is-
full?
It's a circle around the full base of the tree.
Oh boy. Okay, well, no time like the present to try out these new spears I got. These new javelins.
Hey, there you go.
Alright, I guess I don't know what to roll for them though. Should I just roll like a normal javelin for it?
Oh, yes. It rolls like a normal javelin, but because they're made out of obsidian, we gave them splash damage. So anything within 5 feet will also take it has to make a dexterity save, and or take like the same damage that the spear lands with.
So knowing that they do splash damage, I actually wanna see if I can hit this thing.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and figure out my best path.
Sure. And just as a reminder, one, I think you have your battle axe out.
Yeah, I do.
So you could like one-handed, but if you want to draw another one, that's gonna take an action. Cool. But you also know that the roots and stuff are piercing resistant. Just as a reminder.
True.
Mhm.
You know, I'm in a pickle. We're all. Yes. We'll just go this way. Yeah. We're gonna just. Pardon me, everybody. Yeah, because I won't be able to reach there, I don't think, actually. Yeah, so even knowing that they're resistant, I'm just gonna do it to get some damage off.
Okay.
Plus I want to
Sounds
see
good.
these cool things.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I assume you're throwing it at the spot where that like bolt launcher is, so it'll like splash that against that thing.
Yeah.
Cool. Just
I'm
checking.
kind of throwing it right over there. Oh. These are new. They're weighted little funny guys.
She throws it and it arcs to the left real hard. Just
Oh.
down into the ground.
It'll take a moment to get used to these. She might, seeing that one miss, she'll be like, kind of talking to herself, but also kind of to her chimera, be like, any brilliant plans back there? And then it'll be her turn.
Alright, so you say you're talking to your chimera?
Yeah, she's like, any brilliant plans?
Okay. Roll a persuasion check against your chimera.
Oh, because I'm really good at this, guys.
Oh yeah. You hear a response from the dragon. What do you need?
Considering all my friends are freaking dead, we're down to buy time. Or to get just freaking. Can we chop this thing down? I would like to chop this thing down. But also buy both.
You feel it contemplate for a moment as your turn ends.
Okay. We got
Okay.
this.
Okay, Dyer is going to use his turn to run 2, 3, 4, 5 over here and look directly at the guy who cast the spell. And he's going to use command on him.
No? Dyer!
And the command is going to be, he's going to run over, see all this happening. Unfocus! Oh, you got it. And he gets a natural 17. You just hear that. Shh, that usually works. I don't know.
Just out of curiosity, how do you make a wisdom save when you're passed out?
He's being,
Controlled.
I don't know.
I'm just curious because
Yeah,
I just
he's
thought
essentially
of that.
he's essentially being controlled right now, and like there's and like Dyer kind of gets in there, and as he gets pushed back, he's stop him! He's being controlled. It's like the tree has him. It's not him. It's the tree. It's the force of the tree. Just double checking one other thing. Okay. And just for point of reference, to cast command, he slammed his staff into the ground and burnt some of its energy there. Okay. Seamus, who's up? Rose on deck.
I'm going to twin a Shadow's Touch on the tree and this like war machine thing on the ground.
Okay. That the war machine is up, tucked into one of the cavities inside of the large root monster, but you are welcome to target it still. Okay, go ahead. You definitely hit it. Ooh, nice roll too. Geez, that takes it down to almost nothing. And Shadow's Touch, disadvantage on next attack, is that right?
Can't heal itself.
Cannot heal. Very potent. Okay, so, and then what's the next one that you're targeting?
The big tree.
Ooh, big tree. Okay.
18.
Okay. The tree is going to use its reaction in a way that you guys have not seen yet before. It's going to use its, I forgot what I called this. Its construct intercept reaction. So as the shadows reach out to claw at this thing, it yanks the an 18 would hit. It yanks that bolt launcher that you just hit. The branches that are inside of the tree just eject it in front of the path of the shadowy bolt and intercept it. It's basically as its shield, its version of shield. And go ahead and roll your damage. But it goes to the construct instead of the tree itself.
Some more big rolls.
Sheesh. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna undo that on the tree, but so it's not enough. The damage is soaked by the bolter. And it just kind of like disintegrates, like the woody parts of this thing that kind of like all just like molds and like rots and just falls to the ground in a pile of junk, and it is gone.
I am going to bonus action hide.
Done again. Every time. You shadow stealth guy sitting in a pile of darkness, no problem. Hey, bro, you are up. You are grappled, which means your movement speed is 0 currently.
Said the thorns are 20 feet up.
20 feet.
If I look up, can I see somewhere I could stand?
I mean, you can climb through the vines with your monkness. I'd say, like, yeah, you could, like, if you were on top, you could, like, stand on top of the wall as if it was like a lightly constructed bridge. But to move up, you have to burn 4 feet of movement per 5. Oh, jeez, this is weird.
You don't have to
It's
worry
difficult.
because I'm just gonna shadow step up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do that. It's like, oh god, this costs you 4 feet of movement for every 1 feet of movement. Plus, you don't have a climbing speed, so go ahead and double that. Sweet. Yeah, you shadow step to the top, and because you shadow stepped, your grapple is broken.
That was the whole plan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go the full 60 though, because he is going to get back down. But as a bonus action, since I shadow stepped, I have advantage on my next attack, and I'm hitting the tree.
You have your claw tattoo activated, so yeah, you do have the reach to still hit the tree. You're good.
I did that. There it was. There. Thank God for advantage.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it doesn't help when it's the same bad roll twice.
5 and 5.
I'm gonna dump 3 key points in my focus aim to make it a 19.
Ooh.
19.
Can add
Will
2 to each key
hit.
point I add.
Will hit. Armor class is 17, so you got it.
Did it not add?
Plus 1d6 force, so the cold damage will go through, the force damage will go through, and slashing, this thing has no resistance to slashing, just bludgeoning and piercing. So all of that damage should go through once Forge catches up and realizes that we're wanting it to do something.
I didn't know if it did. Okay. First attack. Can I? Okay, hold on. Before I forget, mark this off.
Oh crap. That's what I thought. I forgot to do a thing. Ooh,
That one.
That one. Ro, you swing your sword and you kind of like reverse your grip and go for it again, and like the positioning of your footing loses because you're standing on like a makeshift bridge of thorns and vines. This is not solid footing, and it fails you. You kind of like, oh boy, this is a nat one. Okay. Nat one during a boss fight on top of a wall of thorns.
trying to see if there's anything.
I don't see a way that this doesn't go terribly. You step forward and like your leg sinks in to the thorns, and like the rest of you kind of like falls forward and smacks into the wall of vines or wall of thorns. If you end, you are now. Oh gosh, what was it? Okay, you are not grappled. It's going to be you are thrown on the wall, and it is going to be difficult terrain to even stand up. And if you end your turn there, you take more piercing damage.
No.
Yeah, I'll just math. Half my movement to get up.
Half your movement to get up, but it's the
Plan is to get up and just fall off the 20 feet, negate that damage.
okay. Let me see here.
On the opposite side, so I don't end my turn in it.
Right. Okay. Give me a dexterity check to see how ably you are going to get your leg out.
I'm like looking at all the list of shit that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. What'd you say? A check?
Dex check, yeah. Or, no, this isn't even acrobatics because you don't have the ability to, like, or anything. This is just how good are you at, like, positioning your hands so they aren't, like, sticking onto thorns and, like, guiding your leg out of the thorns. So it's just pure dex. This would be a sleight of leg roll, if you will. Instead of a sleight of hands.
An 8.
Not great. Okay, you are down there, so I am going to give you a bit of piercing damage as you try to pull yourself out. 5 points of piercing as you rip your body out and fall backwards. Are you falling towards the tree or towards the roots?
If I fall towards the tree, I take the damage from the vines anyways. Or not the vines.
So this is a ring of thorns. It is not a solid cylinder. Just to be specific.
Oh shit.
It's like a donut of thorns, which is like the worst kind of donut.
It makes me so sad.
Fucking away at this point.
Okay, so you fall backwards, and you be monk, so you don't take any fall damage, but you are... No, I said it would... Okay, so you got up and then fell off, so you were not prone still. Okay.
What is half movement if it's 55?
You round
25?
down, so it'd be 20.
20? Okay. Do I still have 20 feet of movement?
Yes. Until you got 10 because you're falling
That's what I was
is kind
thinking.
of like movement as well. So I'll cut that in half.
This fucking asshole. Oh.
Just watch the drone bamf up and then fall back down. Like,
I can't remember if he used his reaction. I think he didn't.
Well, if you had, it would have reset at the start of this turn.
God.
I gotta get away from her. It's gonna grapple me next turn. Just... Yeah, I'm gonna try to get away out of its reach.
Okay, go ahead and move, and it is going to attempt to grapple you.
don't deflect missiles or anything. Could I use that?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
No, because it's a melee attack. It's just hella long reach. Okay, Dro, you are grappled and damage incoming says lots.
Oh.
I'm out.
Falls tries to get away and just holds him in place. And it's kind of like dangling there. Okay, my clockwork guy, or my bolter, is dead, so...
What about the elemental?
Ooh, you...
It's running rampant now.
Yep.
Inside the tree.
That's what we like to see.
Oh, that's a free agent.
mhm. Nope. Yada yada, choose an element. The creature disappears when it drops to 0 hit points or when the spell ends. So, since you are concentrating on it, water. Yep, as if you had cast the Conjure Elemental spell. Oh. Nope, I'm gonna allow it. The Water Elemental still exists. I think I have home ruled that if you're casting a concentration spell from a item, the item is concentrating, not you. I don't know if that holds up for actual rules or not, but that's where I'm at right now. Let me see, I'm looking it up. The spell uses normal casting time, range, duration, and user other item must concentrate if the spell requires concentration.
It's a Conjure Elemental spell, though, essentially, isn't it?
Yeah, which is a concentration spell.
Yeah, but for the spell, like, Conjure Elemental, if your concentration is broken, the elemental doesn't disappear, you just lose control of it.
It becomes a free agent.
It has a free,
Able
it's
to
free
attack
agent.
anybody, to include your allies.
It'll attack anything.
That's certainly true for the Summon Demon spell, but I don't believe it's...
That's how Conjure Elemental works too, though.
Where is that stated?
Here, I'll send you a link on D&D Beyond.
Yep, this is the content. This is what I'm reading online.
And then, third paragraph, if your concentration is broken, the elemental doesn't disappear.
Yeah.
Oh, is this
Instead, you
not
lose control.
considered-
The elemental comes hostile to you and companions, and it might attack.
What
An
the
uncontrollable
hell?
element cannot be dismissed by you, and disappears an hour after
Oh,
summon.
hold on. We're talking about different spell. Oh, okay. Summon Elemental is different. Okay, this is Conjure Elemental.
Oh, this is Conjure.
Yeah. Conjure is stronger,
Summon.
and that is what the bowl of Command Water
Oh.
Elements does. So you are getting the stronger version of the spell.
See why I was skeptical of using this?
Okay.
See why I put it in there?
Okay, if concentration doesn't disappear, so you lose control, it becomes hostile towards you and your companions, and it might attack. Cold water elemental can be dismissed by you, and it disappears at 1 hour after you summon it. Okay, cool. It still exists. Alrighty. So, Ro, you have command over, or,
Right.
it's just running its thing, but go ahead and play it like a berserk water elemental that's inside of a tree that just got bitch slapped twice.
Twice that true.
Can it see
Yeah.
the orb it was hitting or whatever it was?
I think you took out the orb that you had focused on last time, but you're cursed, so go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw. If you fail, you do nothing.
It's got such high wisdom. I should have used it. Oh, it does.
That's pretty good. But honestly, you needed a natural 20.
Oh, what?
This thing's spell DC, it's got insanely high intelligence. Its spell DC is a 20.
Water elemental's
Yep.
useless.
Yeah, so it's a little stunned at the moment. Just like, it just got released, it just got brought into this world, it just got bitch slapped around a couple of times, and it just got released. It's processing its surroundings. Okay, Margot. You're in a hole. You're connected to a tree. You're reaching through the ground and grabbing onto a thing and just trying to mind meld with it. Please remind me where we left off there. You saw a network.
I was connected to it very close. I think you said what, like one more good roll could get me officially fully connected. I'm not sure where it's going, but all my allies are dropping. And she's already kind of going nuclear, so she's gonna go double nuclear and try to throw herself fully into the connection to try and take over the tree. At the risk of not being able to go back to her body. If that's something she can do.
Yeah.
She's about to become the tree.
If she can do it.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm just processing all of that for a moment.
She's remembering how her soul got partially severed when she attuned to the soul well vial and trying to draw on that same kind of energy to throw herself into the tree.
If this succeeds, I may be forcing you to take a level in Warlock.
Oh no.
And the
if
trees
she
are
doesn't
dangerous.
die.
Yeah, get your class changed without your permission. See how it feels.
I already told you guys you're about to ding, so.
That's if she doesn't die.
Okay.
And if the tree doesn't
Margot.
die.
Give me a, give me a persuasion check. I think. I don't know, you're like... Are you going... Are you going more for understanding it and you're going to try to unravel it? Or are you trying to bypass it? Are you trying to... Are you trying to, like, crush its personality? Like, how are you going about this?
So I guess, I mean, understand and unravel is kind of not quite. I guess more like try to take over control and know that if the like being is gone, maybe that spirit that's controlling it would be gone. I'm trying to find a way to take control and destroy itself. Or have her take control and destroy herself as it.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, go ahead and give me an insight check. As you're trying to map it out and understand it well enough to make it to understand like how it ticks.
No, a sorcery point, sorcery point.
Okay. You're trying to like basically insight its weaknesses so you can like grip hold of them and rip them apart. Okay.
And if that's not enough, I have a d6 I can add to it.
You decide right now before I'm gonna say right now. Do you want to use that d6 or no?
Is this the roll, or is this just me understanding if I can do the roll and the rolls later?
Oh, this is the roll.
This is the roll we're doing.
This is the roll.
Oh gosh.
I'm so nervous. I'm shaking. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
28.
Come on, Margo.
Okay. I'm gonna give this an advantage to my guy because he knows his mind. Because this is
No,
like
you're not.
essentially
Restore
like
balance.
You have points in that left?
You totally cut out there. I don't know if you said it.
You still have restore balance points?
Oh no, hold on. I have to leave Discord and come back. Keep
Like, wait.
I called her out on her shit for having too many resources, and she failed.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you said. You said I can't do that.
Do you still have resources left for restore balance?
I have 2 restore balances left. Because you put me down the hole before I could use them.
Able to see shit.
She couldn't see anything to do anything.
Because a few times I tried to use them, they weren't magical attacks.
Oh.
Okay. Margo, you are now concentrating. This is not a fast process. You keep this up, it's gonna start pushing back hard on you. But as you reach out and grab it and try to take it over, the rest of you see the tree kind of like rear back and scream. It's like hands still inside of its chest and just bellow loudly. Margo, you start to see flashes. You see a tiny, insignificant root of a greater, larger thing. A literal world tree. Floating through the astral, connected to a very large asteroid. The only thing on this asteroid is the tree itself, just bobbing, swaying through space. But it doesn't mind. It was once a part itself of a larger planet, destroyed. The only thing that remains of the planet is what could not have been destroyed within the safe confines of the roots of the tree itself. Somewhere along the lines, that insignificant root is severed. An asteroid zipping past just splits right through it. And a mere few inches is snapped off and drifts through the astral endlessly. Eventually, you see just nebulas, planets, space creatures kind of floating by, no one taking notice of a 3-inch stick. And one day, you understand what it sees, even though it doesn't. A graft opens up and swallows something nearby. Just at the right time that the stick happens to be coming by as well. And the stick gets sucked through. A civilization of robotic creatures who were traveling through the astral in a city-like ship, similar to a cruise ship in space, highly technological. And the ship falls and crashes and lands. And the people spread. And they build. They begin to raise themselves in this space that they have landed. All the while, the stick is just gently embedded into the side of the hull, near a particular source. The source of the ship, where it draws its energy from. In a corner that nobody notices. And it begins to grow, tucked away where nobody checks, until it's too late. So, Margot, you are stunned. So is the tree for this round. This might come back to bite me in the ass, but go ahead and take inspiration for that. And all the while you feel yourself kind of succeeding, but you are not sure what the consequences of this will be. This is a desperate Hail Mary to kick something much larger than you in the mental teeth. Leo, you are up.
Yeah, Leo's not looking hot right now.
Nope.
Another shape of the day.
Yeah. So, what does Marcus see right now?
So,
Marcus was like inside right when the elemental got called out.
yeah, so Marcus is over here, and he sees the core. Repurposed engine of this ship that he doesn't know what it is. But it is a living, pulsating mechanical glass and wire thing. The metal moves in a semi-fluid fashion similar to a heart or lungs or the natural undulations of organs. Just a little bit less fluid. And he sees the tree hide in to all of that with a very thick central root system kind of coming out the backside. And there's kind of a gentle purple haze in the entire room. And down below, he sees essentially a coming and going area that has been repurposed and established as a makeshift prison cell.
Oh. Interesting. Where's the water elemental?
Love you. So you just went. Marcus shot down kind of like a shaft from like
To the bottom,
Marcus. Yeah, Marcus came in through here. The elemental still kind of in the chest cavity, and Marcus like went straight down, and like came out in this space. And you see the energy from this machine kind of pulse up through the roots occasionally, going from purple and occasionally like forming a sack that is blue that bursts into flame and ejects out of the tree itself. And then the tree begins to heal as well.
Okay. Can Marcus look around for any particularly like weak spots or points that could be available?
Yep, give me a perception check for Marcus. And also
He's got great perception.
he's got great perception. It's not the smartest thing though.
Yeah, but he's trying to communicate it back to me, right?
Yeah.
And Leo's gonna probably spend his whole turn just trying to communicate with Marcus,
Okay, cool.
because he's not really up for anything right now.
Roll me an animal handling check, Leo.
He's good at that.
Sweet. You've always had like a little bit of a mental connection with Marcus, but as you practice with him and he's kind of your eyes and ears, it's kind of gotten a little bit better over time. And what starts out as kind of like hazy, now in this desperate, dire, specific moment, a new ability is formed between you and Marcus. And you can see perfectly through his eyes and ears, and both of you are deaf, so you can't hear shit. But you can see through his eyes. And since both of you are deaf, hey, why not? That'll help the scene.
Yeah.
You both focus on the sense that you do have. And I'll say that you can do with Marcus, this is his first evolution of skill. You have the ability to look through his eyes and ears like a wizard does with his Find Familiar spell.
Nice. That's perfect.
You see everything that I just described through Marcus's eyes, including that. Okay, cool. So you see that. So Leo, give me an investigation check to see if you can pinpoint a weakness.
Investigation for this one?
I think so, yeah.
It's not great, but
Not so great. I mean, the tree is very clearly sucking energy out of this machine. And there is a larger central column of like roots where this thing that go up.
yeah.
Kind of like, if you think about this machine as like an egg and this is the backside, there's a larger cluster that is sat right on the back that reaches up and kind of forms what would essentially be the spine of the tree. Okay. So that's Leo and Marcus. Kenji is up.
Yeah, Kenji is gonna use his turn here to cast, or to use his healing water from his head on.
Oh,
here.
all right. On Leo, nice. I forgot we gave him that. Cool. Oh shit. Oh, it's in his spellbook, Healing Waters.
Yeah, I got it here. I think.
Yep.
Just to know
5
too,
plus
because
his
Brain water.
spell casting ability is -1.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah.
would that
for
be
healing.
would that be 7 because of Beacon of Hope?
Yes, it is because. Yep, that is 7 because of Beacon of Hope, and Dyer hasn't lost his concentration yet. And I see. Did you use Healing Waters yet this fight?
No, I don't know why it's already down 1.
Yeah. So I'll. You've got 1 use of that left.
Okay. Perfect.
Whoops, 14 uses of that left according to my fingers.
Perfect.
I guess I'll just
I like
dribble
14.
okay.
Can you shift some of that
everybody.
this way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pass the cup over here.
Okay. Oh, I gotta look something up real quick.
Put a straw on Kenji's head. Never gonna have a sip.
Oh crap. Sean, do you know off the top of your head if a boss monster is incapacitated, does it still get its lair action?
Well, the layer. Wait, so are you talking legendary action or layer action?
Layer
action.
action.
I'm not sure. I know it would not get legendary actions.
I think it depends on the creature type. If it's like a, I know some dragons, their layer's a lava layer, and it naturally does stuff until it technically cools down.
Yeah, in my mind,
guess
it would
that's
kind of
the
matter
goal.
on the move, right? Like, is he calling
Yeah.
something to the room? Then maybe
Mhm.
that's fine. But is he gonna like physically shake it? If he's incapacitated, he shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, like
Right.
like the volcano example is a perfect one. Like the volcano would still do its thing, but
So I guess it's if the creature has to influence the layer to make it happen, or if the layer just does it because the creature's there.
Yeah.
Right.
That would make
the monster
sense.
manual.
If it's not
Yep.
documented somewhere.
wait, where does it? Okay, so I'm on a website that says it
Yep.
says, but it doesn't say what page that it can't
I
do
just
so
found it.
while incapacitated.
Nice.
Yep. You can't do so while incapacitated or otherwise unable to take actions. If surprised, you can't use one until first round of combat. So I agree. Like, if there's like a natural environment thing, like the last time I put you guys up against a legendary monster and like the heat kept like burning you guys because you were
Yeah,
literally inside of a volcano. Yes. But the rest of this, no.
Damn, that was a
So-
great move then.
Yep.
Yeah, I just
So
look
it-
at it.
Okay, so it's taking its turn to try to fuck back with Margot.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh, Margo.
No.
Margot, you feel, as you kind of lock it in place, you feel like the weight of this presence. Kind of this corrupted splinter of a world tree brings its attention back down on you. Unworthy sprout. You do not know what you are doing. The vastness that I have seen would melt your mind. And Oh, too good. I'm going to use an offensive history check on you.
What?
Oh, what? What?
Yep.
Even offensive history check?
Yeah, you do that on your spouse a lot.
Oh,
My brain is so.
I cannot beat that. I mean, I'll roll it, but I cannot beat that. Yeah, I have a +1. There's no way.
You don't have to use history. You can use. It's just like taking its memory and flooding you, trying to break your brain.
Oh.
You can use insights, or something else that makes sense if you can think of something else, or like a straight intelligence save.
And I would have to beat a 26.
You gotta be to 26.
Oh.
There's nothing I can roll. I could roll deception to beat a 26. I can't roll anything else to beat a 26. Unless
Natural 20 is a possibility.
Let's crit fish with insight then.
Crit fish.
17.
I rolled a
again.
17 again.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Okay.
It's not a 26.
It's not a 26.
There, that's just 20. I don't know if that works for everybody else.
Drag it around.
20.
Now you can move them after? Yeah.
All right, Margot, you are pushed back. Your physical body drops down to one knee, and your feeble control on this thing snaps. You are still engaged, but it is no longer locked down. Neither of you are stunned.
I'm curious, did the stun do anything to this weird Muppet it was controlling?
Kind of like drooped down. However, the concentration belongs to the Muppet, not the tree.
Okay. Sorry.
Which
Sorry,
was on
I'm
purpose.
conscious, dude. I'm gonna have to kill you.
Okay, so that is the tree's whole turn.
Oh.
Still a very good use. Oh, so the history blast. Basically, Margot, you are bored out of your fucking mind as it just shows you tens of thousands of years of nothing but the stars. And just a small portion of that, there's no change, but you feel like you're there for a lot of it. And you are just knocked back. Okay. Dolphins go. Yep, Dolphin and Corin. Ooh, good for advantage. Okay, well, see, Dolphin, you kind of grab hold of that current and you begin to move down. You kind of start to see a little bit of, like, color differentiation and light differentiation as you see kind of like roots that are barely visible, like moving out from inside of you. So, Dolphin, you're... So yeah, you do continue to follow the stream down as things are just like bypassing you. Anything specific that you want to do?
I'll just follow it. See where it takes me.
Okay. Why not? You come down right over here. And you enter into a cell that has a body on it. A kind of rubbery skinned blue person. Not a sea elf. But something maybe sea elf adjacent, is lying on the ground. Their body is dead. And kind of a withered, mummified hand clutches a book next to the body. There are little splinters of roots that have like kind of broken off of the body itself and like instead have gone and started to focus on the book. And you can see in this spiritual state the book is being drained. Clearly magical. Do you do anything?
I think that naturally it would make sense to reach for the book if it's possible in this spectral state.
Yeah. You reach out and touch it. What do you... So reaching out, what's the intention if, like, when you make contact?
The intention is to take it and open it.
Ooh, okay.
Perhaps it's some form of diary that became magical. Perhaps it's simply just a tome used by a wizard. It could be anything, but if in this death state, for some reason, the natural stream of life and death takes him to this place and shows him this specifically, somebody who is very close to him, or at least, you know, a distant cousin, species-wise, then the thing that makes the most sense would be attempting to interact with the thing that appears to have life in it, which would be the magic within the book.
Okay, in that case, give me an Arcana check with advantage as you reach out. All of your totems, all the pieces with Hidu and the glue and your new serpent friend, and since their tail or their pincer or their flipper, they all kind of like reach out simultaneously with you. As you grab it, you pull it open, and parts of the root look like they are trying to pry the book open. They're sucking what they can out. The shell of the book is like a mollusk shell, like a mussel or a clam. It's like an octopus trying to wrench it open so we can get to the juicy morsels inside. And as you do, you pull that book open effortlessly. There's a burst of energy. And all of the tree branches inside of this cell are just shredded and pushed outside. And you kind of like, there's a blast of light, and you kind of like close your eyes. And you see this girl's face, more plump, less desiccated, inside of the ink in the book itself, staring back at you. And with a confused look on her face. And what exactly is it that you are doing? She stares up at you, and like her eyebrow raises and the ink changes on the page to match her expression.
I do not know. My spirit was brought here in the midst of battle, and you seemed important. I was simply curious.
Normally, I would say something to the effect of, you have no idea how important I am. somehow I think you actually do know.
In your current state, you are taken by something, and it's been draining your life and your energy and the power of this book for I do not know how long. But you have been holding on. You have been fighting against it for however long that you have been fighting against it. And I hope that now you have beaten this war of attrition by my opening the book.
Weeks has been weeks. And I knew my body would die. I ensured my soul could be protected in order to continue my work.
How did you...
What do you know of souls?
I think that I know a decent amount, but every time I think I know a lot more than I do, I tend to be surprised. There's a lot more than death than I thought there was. I thought it was just it.
And you are a student.
At
Like me.
times I am the student, at times I am the teacher.
Teachers learn much as they lecture.
Indeed. Even when you think you know everything, there's always bound to be more to find. Case in point, this death that I am in? I wonder, semi-death? I do not know what it is, but I am here, and the spirits that journey with me, they are here too.
And you kind of look back and you can see small, kind of cute, chibi forms of each of your spirits is with you.
Together
You
we
have
journey.
some- You have some interesting companions. My name is Wanton Melamore. And I am known as a soul seeker. I believe we have much in common.
I believe that you might be right.
And Dauphin is having an out-of-body moment with another person. And next up is my tree, which can this. Oh no, I didn't think of this. Nope. My tree branch can't do anything because nobody's in range. It's just gonna sit there this turn. See it like reach out for Dyer, and it's just short as he backs up. Yaslin, you are up.
Great. So, can I see this person who's hanging up here?
Yes, you can.
How high up are they?
They're only like 5 feet off the ground.
Oh, lovely. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
like
Can't
kind
do
of like
clear line of sight. If you step a little bit over to your left, you can see him, but
Yeah.
you saw him show up originally.
and then Dyer screamed to go
Yeah.
get somebody over there, so. Okay. So I run past Dyer, I'm gonna be like, you better not let him die.
Okay. I have a little bit left I can help with.
Okay, cool. Just gonna hip hop right on by. Does it look like this dude is like connected to this tree by a bunch of roots?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and shift into my claws, and I'm gonna try to essentially
Ooh.
get him out of there.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and roll attacks.
should I target him for these?
No, don't target him.
Okay. As per usual, everything is reckless. I'm kind of pissed off at this tree at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Well,
wow.
Aren't we glad that?
Does not hit for the first one. So you reach in, kind of with your free hand, for your, probably your left hand
Yeah.
because you're holding your axe.
Yeah.
Or no, you just threw a javelin, so you're probably whatever. So the first one goes in and it kind of quivers out of the way. Does not land.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and swing with my other hand, which has my axe, so it'll just be the axe trying to chop
Okay.
away.
Sure.
Probably trying to avoid this guy, but. Oh wow. You know how many nat ones I've just rolled? I rolled.
Holy crap. Still does not
really
land.
Great guys.
Because you're using your claws form, you do get
Yeah.
a third attack
Yeah.
because as well.
Okay.
Okay, here's the third of our attack. I'm half distracted.
18 will hit. Go ahead and do some damage.
Oh shoot, I didn't mean to hit him. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. I'll just revert it. Okay, so you carve into the roots that are holding him, able to chunk away a good amount, but there's still about a third left
Okay.
that you haven't gotten through. He's still being controlled.
And I'm just like, kind of talking to my beast. I'm like, you got fire? I think fire would be really great right now. And that'll be my turn.
okay.
And maybe burn this tree to the ground.
Okay.
And the thorns. Jeez, everything needs to go.
Alright. Dyer is going to run up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's running by and looking very scared at the big tree to his left.
What are you doing, Dyer?
I don't have any range left, he said, not to let him die. And I... Oh boy. Dyer is going to pull out a longsword and just attack the branches or the tree in front of him.
I cannot believe what I am witnessing right now.
It hits. Wow.
Shut up.
Oh shit!
Just like he's just looking kind of nervous, staff in one hand and like longsword in the other, like ah. And that's his turn. He's just getting close to help. Seamus.
I'm gonna twin cast again.
Okay.
The shadowy hand. So,
Tickle his armpits.
Okay, and sorry guys, I did forget to do his regeneration at the beginning of his turn. So I just did that.
Can't he not? Because somebody did something that he can't. Shadow touch, right?
I tried,
Seamus
but
did
I
that?
He intercepted with the launcher last time to avoid that.
Oh, yeah.
Seamus
Trying
with the
everything here.
damage rolls on the cantrip. Alright, it's looking rough. I'm gonna put a little healing marker on it so it doesn't, so we remember. Next one.
oh,
Oh,
Okay. I'm going
that's
to
all
use,
right. Still hits.
I don't have a construct in range to use to intercept right now,
Woo.
but I am going to let him do an investigation check to see if he can understand where Seamus is with his tremor sense. Nope. This is going to be way in your favor. Seamus, give me a stealth check for when you did your hide, or you have been doing your hides this whole time. Add advantage because you're in the dark. Okay,
19.
cool. He tries to do his disturb footing reaction against you, and you, as you cast the spell and he sees the bolt kind of come out and like tries to like rip part of the ground out from underneath you, but it's like a few feet over to your right instead. He miscalculates. It lands.
Sounds good. It's not so much like a bolt. There's just like shadows that form on the creature. Or what is the spell? Chill touch.
Yeah.
It's just like a skeletal hand that just appears.
Right. Okay. Okay, yeah, narratively that doesn't super fit for the intercept that I did, but it is essentially like the shield action, where he boosts his own AC. But
Yeah.
this time it lands, he can't regenerate right now. Dro, or Seamus, anything else for your turn?
No, I don't think so. I'll bonus action hide.
Okay, go for it. Dro, you out.
Sent you the death rolls.
Okay. Wow. Very ends of the spectrum there for the hide.
Yeah.
Okay, Dro, you continue on. Play your elemental. Beginning of your turn. Roll a wisdom save.
I should have done. Well, nope.
Okay. I do have to do a save against concentration. That was for the first one. This is the second one. Okay, just to be fair, yep, he's still concentrating on those two curses. Okay. The elemental is still kind of paused. Margot, your turn. Oh,
What?
Nope. As written, I was thinking like, oh, he was stunned last time, but as the way that I wrote that ability, it still applies even if he's stunned. For regenerate. So Margot, it is your turn.
Okay. So I'm still connected, but not the way I was before. So he just flooded me with what felt like an eternity of pretty stars.
Yep.
And acted like he was special because of that. Okay. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is try to reform that connection and just flood him with surges of all the grief she's ever felt. And she's gonna just pour and give her brother. She's gonna call out to the tree and basically say, you think you're so special because you sit stranded in a sea of stars. You're just a worthless, forgotten shard of a dead planet. You're nothing. You don't know anything of true, fathomless death.
Wait, where's
what is
the
your intent?
accent?
What?
My accent! Hold on! I'm freaking out. I'm shaking so bad because of it. Okay, hold on. I don't remember what I said.
I don't either, but I wanted to hear the fire from the Russian accent.
Okay. What did I left off? Oh God, now I'm freaking out. Now. Okay.
Sorry, this is purely for my own amusement.
I don't remember what I said, but I'm gonna keep going.
Oh, you good? Go from where you were.
Pain. You know nothing of pain and loss and grief, never knowing what's worse, the pain of what happened, or the ache of what never will, of having your other person, your other half, ripped out, your best friend, lost from this world, and then having to spend every day groveling to the people who murdered him, begging for scraps while you feel yourself slowly dying. I've held pain you could never fathom and seen depths of darkness that would shred a fickle being such as yourself. You know nothing.
Roll me an intimidation check.
Oh. Do I get advantage for the accent?
No, but Kiki, bravo.
Oh, do I re-roll or not?
That's his resistant check.
Oh my God, I'm shaking so bad.
Basically, you are both very good at attacking, and you suck at defense. For both of
Yeah. Did I stun him again?
you. The difference between the two is not stun worthy. You push against him, sending your grief at him in weaponized form. And it hits into him, and you can tell that he feels it. Kind of like mentally, you guys are face to face. Suddenly, you see that kind of like red fire that creates his eyes. They're just like little burning flecks of sap that fall from his face. And he just stares you down. You know more of pain than most. To be a part of a greater whole and discard it. unforgivable. But you know that.
Pain is fire, and I am iron. What is iron if not forged in fire?
A bird's limb becomes stronger in the heat before it turns to ash.
And I intend to burn the rest of those who hurt me down before I turn to ash.
So you seek revenge.
Yes.
But you will not gain what you seek.
We shall see.
Must become revenge. If it is not your identity, it will not happen.
It is the reason for everything I do to get me one step closer to this revenge.
And what would you do?
Whatever it takes.
You see it smile. None of it doesn't have lips. The space that holds its mouth where its teeth are just curls instead. You are in my space. I am a fragment, as I am now is not even 1/100th of the size of what I was, of what I came from. I know what I am. I am a blight, and yet I am drawn to survive. And this is how. However, I am amenable to other methods as well.
Sounds as though you
Margot.
haven't met yet.
Indeed. And if you are as thirsty, and as it says thirsty, you can feel like the hunger of all of its roots just looking for something to drink, like a dry storm, like come into your mind. If you are as thirsty as you claim, I do have an idea. Not enough to stun it, but you have engaged. You have engaged it. And oh, doing your own good. You are soaking up some of its mental capacity, and it loses concentration on the second curse of the water elemental. The water elemental does not have to make a wisdom save, but it is still a disadvantage to hit.
I'm gonna say if I have time for one more thing on my turn. I just wanna
Yeah,
say-
something quick.
Yeah. If you have a plan, then get me out of this damn hole so we can talk.
Just kind of a hum is all the only reply. Leo, you are up. You are blind and still and doubly or triply deaf at this point. As you are still looking through Marcus's eyes.
Yeah, so let's go to where Marcus is. So, how far away? So Leo's interested if he can kind of see these jail cells down here, right? Is this accurate that it'd be like 100 feet away from Marcus?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Here's a question. I guess I could use Leo's investigation to see if there's anything that looks like it controls the jail.
Ooh.
Sort of a central control panel or something. Yeah.
Sure. You could try that.
Forward. Alright, let's do that. I'm curious. Ooh. Not doing so well on those.
Yeah, this is rough. This is a technology that you have no clue about.
Alright, well, I'll just start. I don't know what the term is. Kicking bushes. Let's have Marcus
Okay.
swing over to that centralized root area that we noticed and just hit it with his flame attack.
Okay, go for it. Is it a dex save?
It is. That's just a. Oh yeah, DC 13 dex save.
Okay. Sure. Nope. Go ahead and deal the damage. Yeah, you're doing your flame breath, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yep, go ahead and deal the damage there, and double it. Okay, 12, wow. 24. Marcus just bursting out. It's his last, I think that's his last charge on the fire, right?
I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just like reaching out and just tearing away at it. That was a good hit. That was really good, actually. And everybody up top sees the tree squirm and just not really sure what's going on. Burn through about a third of it with that.
Cool. All right. Yeah. That'll be Marcus's turn then. And then I'm wondering, from Leo's perspective, like this ring of vines or thorns,
Uh-huh.
is that like, does it look like it's breakable? Could he break through it with his sword so he can get closer to the tree again?
Yeah, you certainly could. However, I would say that Leo taking his time to like do the investigation check through Marcus's eyes would have
Was
been
his action? Yeah.
So you could
attack
break
with
that.
Kenji.
Yes, you can.
Let's do that. Let's have Kenji use his turn here to bite at the vines.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Here's the
Let's see. I
attack.
don't think there's actually stats for this, but whatever.
15,
15?
for the attack.
Yeah, I'd say that hits.
Alright, and damage on the vines. Not bad. 8.
8. Okay. Through a section there. Give me a
Yeah,
Constitution.
just right here in front of us.
Give me a con save for Kenji to see if he can like just tough out like biting on a mouthful of
Getting-
vines.
Yeah.
He's good. No damage this time.
Kind of a turtle beak, you know?
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. All right, that was a lot, guys. Okay, we are back at the top. Let's go ahead and take our break. Top of the round, he is not incapacitated and whatnot, which means he can use his lair actions properly right now. His main concern at the moment is his root system underneath. The area where Marcus burned away a bunch of the root system, you see a bunch of blocks and stones and portions of constructs and whatnot just and kind of surround the root system. And it's going to use its modified terrain lair action to essentially increase its armor class on the root itself, trying to preserve its connection to the core. Next up is his turn. Oh gosh, I forgot to do Storm of Vengeance stuff. Okay. As that storm billows up ahead and begins to fall down, it is getting colder and colder and colder. The rain falls down, the wind is flying very rapidly, and at this point, ranged weapon attacks are not feasible. The air patterns are too chaotic for that to work. Also, I'm gonna save that for later. Okay. Energy Horror's turn does not get to regenerate right now. And I believe that's until the end of his next turn or the beginning of the start of his turn, Javis.
I think the end of my turn.
Okay, which is still coming up. Okay, gotcha. So, in that case, he can't do his bonus action stuff.
Start of my turn.
Gotcha, thank you. Just checking two different options here. Okay. He's going to do something kind of weird. He's still very worried about this elemental in the center of him. Okay. So he's going to just continue to like root around inside of himself and try to get rid of this elemental. So he's going to do a couple more Curse Claw attacks on him. Oh, come on.
Nice.
Nikki, any chance you want to like change that?
No,
She's working for the enemy, guys.
not yet.
Okay.
Not
great.
yet is the key word. Yet.
Okay, I'm gonna deal damage. Okay, so he's just gonna straight up deal damage to himself again as like he's like trying to shift his hands around and like he's in scramble mode, like trying to get this thing out of him. So the bludgeoning is 8. He is resistant to bludgeoning, but the rest of it will go through. So he'll take 14 damage from his own stupidity. And why not? I'm gonna make him wisdom save against his own damn curse. Oh, that was almost another
I
natural
thought it was
one.
going to
That would have been friggin' funny. Okay. Da-da-da-do. Okay. He gets himself with the curse that he hasn't used yet, which, while the target is cursed, takes an extra. He takes an extra 1d8 on necrotic damage. When hit. I'll keep it for now. Okay, second attack against the elemental inside.
I thought I was going to that one again.
She keeps flirting with it, man. Okay, that's going to be. Okay, that's. Okay, I'm gonna give him 12 more. Okay, he's just going around and like he is succeeding in like battering on this thing. But he is not getting out. He's trying to push it out and it just keeps resisting on that last bit. That's his turn.
Are the curses
Dolphin.
concentration? Is that what you said?
His curses are concentration. Oh, here we go. I'll do this. So for this round, if you guys hit him, he gets an extra, what did I say, D8 on necrotic damage. So here's a con save for the first. Jeez. Okay, gotta. What did I hit? How much damage did I do to him before? I'm losing my brain.
I think 14.
14, half of which. Okay, so he still succeeds on the concentration for the first curse against water elemental. Or the only curse at this point.
That's the disadvantage on attacks, right?
Disadvantage on attacks, yeah. Okay, Dolphin. Go ahead and roll 2 more saves. That is Fabulous.
Nice.
Well, that makes up for the nat one.
That also aligns very well with what I wanted to do for you anyways. Doffin, your conversation with Wanton. You... I did not expect that I would get this fortunate to meet someone like you this soon. It was a desperate play to preserve myself. I am dead. I know this. It was inevitable, and I saw no point in delaying the inevitable. So I used my magic to infuse my soul into this book. Because I saved my strength, I was able to put in a bit of power into the book. I have a bit left. What is it that you want most right now?
There is so much that comes to mind. And of course, the first thing for me is always a knowledge in the search for finding the information that all people deserve to know. But I think that there is something that stops us from being able to find that knowledge. I have no doubt that the people that I travel with will be able to defeat the great monster above that has slain you and very well likely might have slain me. But I think that at the end of the day, there will be plenty of other people like me who go in search of, well, in search of the truth, in search of knowledge. So even if I were to perish here, I do not think that my journey would end. I think that what I wish more so than anything else right now, so that people might continue their quests, is peace. An everlasting peace between the various different elemental groups that have been seeking recently to destroy each other and possibly so many more other people.
I believe you do not understand how rare you are to be a student of the song. Like attracts like, and for you to be near me so soon, within a moon or two of my own death, must be a 1 in a billion chance, or perhaps it is fate. Something bringing us together. I know of such meddlers in fate.
I have come across a few myself.
I am a scholar. And if knowledge is what you seek, we may be able to find it together.
Are you offering me the opportunity to keep my spirit in this realm and search for knowledge, free of such creatures that might want to destroy me, such as the one that has destroyed you.
Alright, just in this realm, no, you are not dead. You are close, not. You are not done this life, and frankly, I need you to move my book. I don't want to be trapped here. It sounds terribly boring. So let's get you back up on your feet, shall we?
I will return, but this experience has me so much more interested in death than I ever was before. Perhaps it's time I become a necromancer.
There you go. Everybody's getting a multi-class.
Dead.
You see part of the book, the portion that you flipped over, kind of like form up, and some of the pages like origami crumble into the shape of a hand, similar to her ink face, with as far as like the shading and the texture goes. And she reaches up and touches the side of your face. Says, "What is your name?"
Oh, that's right, I've not said my name yet. I am known as Dolphin Sefnor.
Nothing. Let's do great things. And you feel a surge of energy run up her hand as she's going to cast. Where is it? I'm going to use
Pot of
Dyer's.
greed.
I'm just going to do it from Dyer's block here. Okay, and this is going to be at max, so she casts a level 3 Cure Wounds on you. You don't snap back with 1 HP from your natural 20, you snap back with 28.
Get it?
He has risen indeed.
And you're feeling very pokey right now. All right. Corin, you are up.
Okay, let's see if I get that third death save and just instead of being dying, I can just leave it.
No, I wanted to see a natural 20 from you too.
I'm the brute.
Corin, you are stable.
So from the last gasp.
Snap. Like,
what is Corin sleeping, or what is Corin dreaming about right now?
Being far from giant trees, probably being in like an open field. Not a tree in sight.
Maybe a picnic with your partner and some good grub.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but yeah, something that has no trees nearby anyway.
All right, sounds good. Next up is my turn. I get to do my grapple against Yaslin. Ooh, that'd be a 25.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
So, 9, I'll take...
Oh yeah, give yourself some back. Yep, 5 back, and you are grappled. And it's going to target Dyer and do the same. And Dyer uses that staff and sword to like kind of snap it away. And says, "No!"
I'm so proud of you, Dyer!
All right, that's his turn. And
So- I'm curious. So Sentinel says when a creature makes an attack against another creature.
oh yeah,
Can I?
this counts.
Can I? Yeah, this. Okay, this counts. Cool. I'm just gonna swing my freaking axe at him, I guess. That claw at him. I'm just like, you're gonna let me go. I dare you try to hit Dyer. I need him alive.
Okay. Yeah, it hits him. So go ahead and deal that damage.
No shot.
Ooh! Just you like chunk it out and like rip it, and this thing is barely holding on. There is not much left here.
Oh. Alright.
Yaslin, your turn.
Oh shit. I guess, because it's grabbing me and I don't really appreciate that, my attention switches to this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna swing it with my axe one more time.
That'll hit. How do you want to do this? You don't even have to deal damage.
Oh,
There's
this
no way
tree-
you're going to kill it. It has 2 HP.
This tree is going in half. Like, what she would have loved to do to the bigger tree is what happens to this smaller one. It's going timber.
Hey, you swing again. And I'm an arborist. I know what this looks like. So, you follow a very traditional pattern where you carve, your first strike comes like down at kind of like a diagonal, and then you swing through and cut essentially like a wedge out of it, and it's so deep that essentially all the weight is pulling to one direction. There's only a little bit left, and you just hear as it snaps and just falls to the ground, and that portion is dead.
Awesome, awesome, awesome!
Nice.
And now we're going to potentially free this, sleeping unconscious person.
Okay.
So...
So because you used your great axe as your first attack, you do not get
Yeah.
your extra attack from your claws, but you can use either your claws or your great axe for the second portion of your attack action.
Yeah, I'll use my great axe for...
Cool.
Because I
kinda
got it in
figured.
my hands already.
Yep. That'll hit. Yeah, cool. So same thing, you kind of swing and like tuck underneath his feet and just... And he drops to the ground. Sleeping, no longer concentrating on the Wall of Thorns spell, it disappears.
Awesome.
It just everything just kind of falls and crumbles into this like mulchy dust as it settles to the ground.
Cool. Very, 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 very cool. I'm gonna look at Dyer and be like, we purchased some health potions recently. I don't know who has them. He might have some. Why don't you give him one? I think, maybe. Who knows?
Doesn't Dolphin have them?
I don't know who has them. So we're just gonna guess. It's like somebody does, maybe not. Who knows?
Somebody drink this guy.
Somebody drink him. So that hole that Kenji made.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
bottom
that.
of this tree.
Mm-hmm.
Can I fit inside it?
You could shimmy through. It's not a big hole. And you're talking about what you're doing. You're going over difficult terrain because this is like ups and downs and like large roots, and you're having to like jump and hop. I guess if you try like an athletics check, give me an athletics check if you're trying to make a short distance here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I have a climb speed, so
Yeah, you're fine. You're able to like just like
Aslan,
jump side to side to side to side and get up there. Yeah, you can see an opening in the tree.
cool. Could I squeeze in with like, I don't know.
How much movement do you have left?
If I was able to get up just fine, I'd have
Yep,
10
that's
feet
this one.
movement.
Okay, yeah, you can like, yeah, for that you can get down and essentially like little tunnel your way through.
Alright! This is making
And that'll be difficult terrain, so that'll take up the 10 feet of your movement. And you look, you come in, you see like the raging water elemental and like a little bit of space. There's not a lot of space to move around in here.
Yeah, I'm like,
You see
oh.
these kind of like, you see the internal fire, you see the blue sacks, you see the, oh, that's interesting. I'll talk about that on Seamus's turn. Seamus, remind me to talk about a thing. You see the claws inside of itself just like wrecking at this water elemental, and you see down, and there's mostly just like roots and vines and like plant foliage and stuff. You don't have a clear picture of like what Marcus is seeing, but
Yeah.
you do start to see some of it kind of through the branches sort of deal.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm kind of like tunneled into a tree right now, and that's kind of where I'll be until the next turn. I'll be like, you think, we go up or down? That's gonna be my debate until next turn is, do I go up or do I go down?
Flip a coin. Okay. Dyer is going to run over here. Oh. Sure, this is canon now. Dyer knows how to read lips. Because when Yaslin ran past him and yelled at him to not let him die, he was deaf.
Oh, yeah.
So that's canon now. Dyer knows how to read lips.
He has the observant feat. It's okay.
He is observant.
Mm-hmm. He runs in and he's going to basically just do a medicine check on this guy to see if he's still kicking and whatnot.
He's dead, Jim.
He's still alive, but not good. I don't know what that tree did to him. Like, I don't think he's in any immediate danger. And that is his turn. Seamus, you stopped the healing and regenerative process. He was regaining 15 points of health every turn at the beginning of his turn. But that was just the net gain. He's still suffering from not being able to absorb all of this properly. And as I've mentioned several times over, those little fiery bursts are when his tree body cannot contain the energy, and it's burning out and burning the surroundings before it heals back up. So it was 15%, or it's 15 points in the right direction all the time, but that's more like a 3 steps forward, 2 steps back sort of deal. So I'm going to roll 3d8 fire damage, which happens because... Okay, so 9 more points of fire. Oops.
And to me.
9 more points of fire happen because it does not have its regenerative ability to push back on the flame damage that it's getting right now. So, Seamus, you are up.
I'm gonna keep at that and try to damage it again with the Shadow's Touch.
Okay. Okay. It's gonna use its reaction the same way it did last time. And attempt to... I'm gonna give it a +1 because it knows one area that you are not. To try and figure out where you're at. Okay. It pinpoints you just fine. And so it's going to use its reaction to use its disturbed footing. That ground that dropped before... Actually, Seamus, what was your stealth check last time?
27.
I think that beats my 25 still. A section right next to you drops down as it tries to intercept your... or mess with your attack. But it goes through, so go ahead and deal your damage. Okay, 7 points, and go ahead and roll one more d8 because I rolled a 1 and I'm giving myself extra necrotic damage this turn. Woohoo!
Nice.
Okay, 6 more. Just giving you guys all the ways to kick my ass. Go ahead and roll and I can't heal again. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
I'm gonna move.
Okay.
Which hexes here are that one, and that.
Yep, those are the 2 that he dropped down.
I'm just gonna slide over this way.
Sounds good.
And then I will bonus action hide.
Okay. Yep, and go ahead and roll that for me, please. Okay, 25. Cool. So, Dro, give me your save. You probably already did. Okay. Alright, run for your elemental.
He's in a cage, so he's just gonna start swinging.
Yeah.
Why can't I? Okay, this way. Why am I doing virtual?
I don't know, but give me one more digital, because he's at disadvantage.
Wait, is
Oh, hold up. Yeah, he's saved on his con save. This is for Seamus' attack, and then the fire damage that did not get... No, get it, you freaking kidding me. Alright, the first curse is gone. Finally rolled a natural 1, which is basically the only way that I lose concentration unless you guys hit me big. So, first attack is a miss from the elemental. Second attack. 24 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I have mixed feelings on digital dice now.
Okay, he moves over. You guys have been kicking ass on the damage rolls for tonight, at least. All your other rolls suck. He shifts over, finds another sack, and just slams into it for 10 damage. Alright. Miss Margot. What you
He's so
doing?
close to dying. Do I make? Well, he didn't bring me closer like I told him to.
I'm stuck in a.
Still stuck in the fucking hole. Yeah. I thought you said we wanted to deal, but I'm still sitting in this hole. Do you want to see more?
You guys, like, basically no time has passed since, like, that conversation. Like, so you guys are, like, still, like, in the conversation. I just wanted to pause and move on so other people would have turn to.
Oh, okay. Where did we end off in the conversation?
He said if you're.
Oh, I told him to get me out of the hole. Yeah, that was where we ended it.
I do not think that. Oh, sorry, let me get the right voice.
See, I'm not the only one.
I do not think the hole is your concern anymore. My form will die here soon. But your friends are tenacious and powerful. But I am a dream. the golf clap from Dolphin.
He's a tree. He's got it right. Good on you.
He knows what he is.
Next, we'll learn numbers.
You guys. Okay. The seeds of trees live on beyond their bearers. You say you know the pain of having your heart ripped out.
You said you wanted to deal. What's to stop me from letting my friends kill you, and then spending the next few days raising these lands so they are ash?
Nothing.
Salting your fields so your seeds cannot grow.
And you would not benefit from my power. I see greed in you that sticks the fires of your revenge.
What is it you offer?
A seed needs fertile grounds to mind it. Take a part of me into yourself.
And leave you to terrorize these lands and consume all power and life that comes near it. You see, the problem is I don't think we'll be able to walk away from this. Not my friends. Not as long as you're here. They would rather destroy you.
Again,
And I can't lose valuable allies.
that mouth curls again. And it kind of like that face in the space kind of leans forward. And how are you with secrets?
Let me taste this power.
Reaches forward, taps you in the chest. And you feel its ability to transfer life through its massive body. And it flows into you. And jeez, with the spellcasting modifier. Gives you a level 1 cure wounds for 14.
Is it max because of Beacon of Hope?
15. Your friends will think they've defeated me. And you will know. And when the time is right, I will help you unleash. Rip apart everything you so clearly hate.
Would be a shame to destroy such a powerful being.
And I am not the only fragments. I am still connected to myself.
We have a deal. On the condition that should I need some more fragments down the road to deal with problems, I know where to find you and won't have an issue getting them.
Likely not. It's still touching you in the chest. It pierces into your ribcage. From that little glowing center that exists, you see that glow up its pectoral, down its arm, through its long limbs, and into the finger that's piercing you. And inside of you, you burst with this like flaming blue light, and your body feels like all of your blood vessels grow thorns within them. Every twitch and vibration and natural organ movement is nothing but sheer agony. And it pulls the hand away out of your torso. And little vines, thorny branches seal up the broken cartilage and bone yourself together. And it pulls back its hand. And a certain organ is attached to the end of the fingernail, ripped off. A deal
Shit.
indeed. And Margot, you wake up passed out in a hole.
Heck.
Hey. Leo. The thorns are gone. The tree is not looking so good.
Let's start with Kenji's turn.
Alright, Kenji, what you do?
Kenji's just gonna keep going right at that kind of beak, that center area he found, and he'll use his double attack. His claws and his beak. There's the beak. Not great. Just
5, 10,
claws.
15. I'm just gonna put them a bit closer.
There it is.
Woohoo!
Look at
Natural
that.
20. Alright, go ahead and roll that.
It wants me to do a critical, is that right?
Yep, go ahead and crit. $2d2. Oh, you're using Marcus, that's why. I was like,
Yeah.
2d2 fire. You said you're doing Kenji's attack first, right?
No, sorry. I was using Marcus. I might have screwed up, but I meant Marcus was attacking the back of that.
Okay, perfect. Yep, you're good. Okay, critical. And just also as a reminder, his claws have a certain amount in them. Fire damage is a 1d2, but he also can like ignite himself for a little extra fire damage. Like, it's a that lasts like 1 minute. So you can also do that. That's his fire claws ability.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep. So if you want to, so go ahead and roll me
Just
2d6.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
2d6 or extra 3d6 fire, right?
No. So it's 1d6 and then double it for the crit.
Oh, I see. Extra 3.
Oh, nice. Okay, 5 points of slashing and 5 points of slashing, 8 points of fire plus an additional 12 points of fire. So that's, geez, another 25.
Heck
Okay,
yeah.
yep, you slice through, just kind of tear away. Marcus is so small and deft. He's just dodging in between like all those like armored pieces that it tried to like block onto itself. He's just skimming right through. Okay, well played, Marcus. Okay, so back up at the top. Or back over to Leo and Kenji.
Yeah. At this point, Leo's still not feeling well. He's gonna probably use his turn to get into that darkness tunnel. He's assuming that Seamus is in there, so I'm gonna try to find Seamus in the darkness.
Okay, give me a dexterity check.
Yeah. Ooh, that was almost
You're
a
fine.
1.
You're fine.
Alright, sweet. And then lastly, Kenji's gonna use his Torrent Breath attack, because he hasn't used it yet. He's gonna point it at the big tree and
he did use it to make that opening that Yaslin is currently walking through.
Oh,
However, it is a recharge ability, so roll me a d6.
yeah, let's roll the recharge.
He's got it.
Hey!
Hey!
Alright, he's gonna try to blow that hole even bigger then.
All right, go for it. What is it? Con save on my side?
Yeah, it should make you do it if it lets me.
Oh yeah, if you target. That's right. So ignore
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So go ahead and target me because it's way cooler when the system does it.
Hold on, how crud. So I should have recharged it through the recharge feature. Can you give him a charge?
Oh, did it not work?
I just rolled a d6. I didn't actually add it. I didn't. Roll
Oh,
anything.
okay, gotcha. Try it now because I just
Okay,
like rolled a
yeah.
couple of manually.
That works. Alright, let's make this template. Right here.
Jeez, you
Nice.
guys with the
Rolling
damage
heavy.
rolls tonight. Okay, I succeed and it still hurts. All right, Kenji just. Yaslin, give me a strength saving throw. As he just blew a blast of water down the tunnel that your ass is hanging out of.
Yeah.
Blow you inside. There you go. You just go fight inside.
It was a really high roll on Kenji's side. I'm not going to give you any damage for it, but I think the choice has been made for you. The option is
Go
down.
again. Yeah. Sorry.
Yep. Okay. Actually, no. What's Kenji's DC for DC 14? No. Okay. No, so she got a 14. Kenji's DC on the push portion of that is a 14. So status quo stays the same when it's tied. So no, Yaslin doesn't fall. She just kind of like jolted forward a little
Very
bit.
wet.
I was like, I'm about to fall 100 feet, guys. You are not seeing Yaslin.
You would have been
Mhm.
fine. Marcus would have caught you.
Right.
Just
right,
rage. You'll be good.
right. I swear when I get back up there, I'm going to strangle you.
Okay, so Leo's go.
Yeah, Leo's done because he just ran away. Everyone, his guys went. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. Tick tick tick. Back up
I
to
mean,
the top.
I guess I could do what's. Can I hide? Is that an action that I can do?
As an action, yes.
Okay, yeah. He'll hide. Why not? He's got an action to use.
Okay. All right. Energy horror. It's its turn. Oh boy. What's the other one? Okay. It's going to use its lair action of Stolen Hero one more time. On the other side, you see a creature that you have not laid eyes on before. Actually, anybody who's conscious and is looking, you see another puppet come out of the ground. Anybody who wants to try to identify this thing, give me a history check.
I can't, right? I can't see through the darkness.
You cannot see through the darkness. That's correct.
I don't see it, do I? I'm inside the tree.
It's
Yeah, you're
just
inside the
outside
tree.
of my range of vision.
Okay. Alright, so Seamus. Oh, nice. You look at this thing and you see a couple of swords hanging off of its body and the tree is, of course, like gripped onto those. This is kind of like large head and kind of like live body. You've only heard of these things through your particular network. They are known as... Nope, sorry, I had it and I lost it. They're known as the Higher. They are a race that hails from the astral and are very well known for blade abilities. Their entire culture runs off of swordsmanship. Okay. Alright, and same deal as kind of like last time, he gets jolted, begins to cast a spell, and it's going to target Yaslin, Dauphin, Kenji. Oh no, you can't see you can't see Yaslin. So Kenji, Dauphin, Dyer, and that'll be it. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Genji has bad stats.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Oh, that was cool. My die ran into Dyer's die in my simulation.
There's
Mine too.
+3 too, because didn't Corrin cast something at the very beginning of the fight that gave +3 to wisdom?
It's just Corrin's aura.
But
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to be around him, but
You have to be within 10 feet of him, yeah.
Checks
Yeah.
out though, so
And I have to be.
Oh.
okay, so Dyer. Oh shit, no, I can't target Dyer. Okay, sorry, misread my spell, guys. Well, crap. The spell is Scatter, and he teleports Genji away.
whoa!
It's not very far. Just away from the tree. He's just removing a threat.
Boop.
Oh, Kenji's far away.
Yeah.
Just don't
Actually,
run
it's
around.
at like the edge of the map because it's a little bit.
Just trying to get rid of him.
Scatter's a big range.
Yeah. It's 120 feet away.
Yeah, yeah. So he's far away. Okay.
Mhm.
So is he further off the map than he actually is?
We'll call it there. That'll be fine.
All around there. Okay.
Okay. Energy Horror's turn. Okay. He is going to.
Wasn't his turn to summons that dude?
No, that was the layer action, which just happens to be at 20 right before him.
Good.
Okay. He's going to try to pinpoint where Seamus is. So he does not like what Seamus has been doing to him. This is going to be...
25 is my
Advantage.
stealth check.
Yeah, this is going to be at advantage because you moved and he has tremor sense.
No, it's not. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay, it doesn't matter. So he's going to... I'm just going to roll a dice for this. So he doesn't know where you are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh-oh, I just crashed. Coming back in. He's just going to do a lightning bolt into the darkness. Which basically direct from him. Okay, this is the area that's... Oh, crap. This is the area that he's doing. And I rolled for it. And he targeted the far edge, which just happens to be where Leo is.
I mean, that's okay. Leo's will take the hit for Seamus.
No.
We're business partners.
Okay. There we go. Sorry, I gotta do that properly. Okay, Leo, you have no idea this is coming.
Yeah, no, not at all. But
So that is a fail.
Money.
And Leo, you run into the darkness and just you are down.
down hard, I'd say. What would that put me negative? A lot.
You weren't that. You were at 15, so you're only 7 in the hole.
Okay, that's not too bad. What's
No, you're
like
fine.
what's like a death?
A death is negative your max HP.
Okay.
Yeah. So is let me see. Okay, so that was the horror's turn. Trying to take out that Dolphin, you are up.
Dolphin is going to... can I still see the chest cavity?
You can see it. You cannot see into it because its arms are in the way.
Okay.
Well, I guess one of its arms came out to cast that spell, so yeah, you can see a good chunk.
Yeah, water is water. I'm going to go ahead. Dolphin's gonna yell, "I am getting really sick of your shit. I've just learned something that is far more interesting than what you can do right now. And frankly, you just need to die." And he's going to go ahead and cast Tidal Wave inside the chest cavity, or as close to inside as he can get, because he's sick of its shit.
I think we broke the pacifist.
He's not a pacifist.
But he's not prone
He-
to violence.
He's a
This is also-
naturicist.
Yeah.
Sure, give me an Arcana check just for control and placement of it. DC is much lower than last time because there's a big asshole now.
So, a big asshole now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what Kenji made. There we go.
Come on.
That makes up for my
Yeah.
nat 1 this morning. Or this
That's
morning.
right.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep, okay.
Feels like it.
Do it.
Do it. Yes,
Do it.
3rd level. Oh, shit. I always forget to do this. Hold on. Double right click on it. Now I cast it. Did it make a save? Did it have to?
You have to hit damage, and then it will force the save.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh, it.
Hot
Roll
damn.
one
20
save.
deep.
Because you got a natural 20 on the placement, I'm going to give myself... what am I resisting?
Bludgeoning.
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
The one time he was dexterous and I'm taking it away. Come on.
I mean, you're a tree.
I know, right?
Do you
The
want
stats for this guy, I literally gave him a 0 on his movement speed.
Yeah.
He doesn't move.
Yeah.
The elemental to roll too. He's in there.
Yeah, he is. Go for it.
Oh, what did I just click?
We're gonna drown the water elemental. It'll go over well.
Is the elemental like higher up though?
Oops.
Like dolphins at ground level. Guess where did you
No,
cast?
he's sending
it up in there.
and in. Mhm.
The tidal wave hits the water elemental. He kind of absorbs it. He becomes the next kaiju we have to fight.
Oh gosh.
Yep. Oh wow, that's right. He's free agenting. So yeah, go ahead and deal your damage to the water elemental.
Yeah.
At least
also-
he's not a weird.
Is this considered magical bludgeoning or not?
Seriously.
This is magical bludgeoning, absolutely.
Okay, so he's taking full damage then.
Mhm.
So Marcus and
and let me see.
Kenji are basically free agenting as well. So
Yeah.
I'm out.
That's true. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take a little bit of a step forward. Dolphin, how do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Well,
And I love the internal kaiju idea, by the way. Also, sorry, go ahead. I'll stop.
so Dolphin, for probably the first time ever in this group, is just genuinely pissed off. He's gotten annoyed before, but he's never gotten this angry. So angry he could probably, go into a rage or something. He just basically he sees the arm move away to cast the lightning spell, and he sees that the other arm is still there. So he casts the tidal wave directly on top of the arm, as lightning strikes and some acid falls in and mixes in, and the tidal wave then rushes forward into the great big hole. For just a second, there's just nothing. Just a few sounds of wood creaking and groaning and whatnot. And then you kind of start to hear some sloshing back and forth. And then little spurts of water begin to go down the trunk. And then it just shoots out like essentially a massive waterfall just shoots out from this chest. Taking, I assume, some of the insides that have now dislodged from the inside to the outside of this creature, as... Who's that? As essentially a massive waterfall falls on Yaslin, Corrin, and I, if we're within range.
At the very bottom of this, just getting pelted by water. You're muted.
I was so good. 23 minutes
So
left
close.
on this
So
session.
close.
So close to perfection.
With all the dramatic flair of approximately 4 firemen's hoses being stuck into a rotted tree, just begins to creak at the seams and just burst, and every portion of its internal system with this energy that's getting flooded in, and I will say it does combine with the water elemental. The water elemental is just doused and kind of helps contort it, but the energy sacs burst inside like they were doing before, and it's a chain reaction, which is just going to kill the water elemental, just to make things simple.
Oh, thank God.
By the end. Yeah, it's just a series of combustion inside of this thing, and it eventually just cracks and breaks, and there's a massive bolt of lightning that shoots out of the sky as the pressure builds, the electricity flows through all the water and just jolts upward, and you guys all had to kind of look away. It's very bright, very loud. Some of you are deaf, so you're a little grateful that you can't hear it, because you could definitely feel it in your chest like a boom.
And I'm still in the hole, so.
You're still in the hole. But a bunch of water starts coming into the hole all of a sudden. Which for narrative purposes, it fills up even so much that eventually, Margot can just crawl out.
Margot's treading water.
Marcus is okay, right? He was in the
We'll see.
tree. Oh no.
Marcus is tiny. He can dodge.
Yes, the tree. Yes, it's in the tree.
When it's all said and done, the tree looks like it was broken out of from the inside. Standing up, the limbs like long and heavy on the ground, the face nowhere to be seen, and the energy horror is fine, dead. And this dude over here, the higher, just drops to the ground. He's unconscious. And the storm above, very slowly, begins to fade. And give me a dexterity saving throw for Marcus down below.
I'm on it. Got this, Marcus. You're super dexterous.
Yeah, Marcus is fine. He's able to, like, in that, over here, he's basically able to, like, tuck under, like a lip over here and avoid most of the damage. It takes a little bit, not much. And as you guys breathe heavily, everything around you is still for a bit.
Dolphin is going to go ahead and take this moment to look at the two fallen people next to him.
Yeah.
He's going to say, "Now is not the time to die. You have so much more to do." Just that heavy sigh at the end. And he's going to go ahead and cast Healing Word on Corin, and then Healing Word on Dro.
So max HP still?
Max HP, because Dyer's still concentrating on it.
What's the... that's...
It is 8. Or, sorry, that's wrong. It's 4 plus spellcasting ability modifier. That is... Oh god, what is my ability modifier? That's 7, so 11.
Oh, man.
Yeah, 11 to both of you. Then he's going to look over to Yaslin, and he's going to say, "You did a wonderful job fighting. I hope that you start to feel better from your injuries." Giving you a healing word also.
Oh.
From there, he is going to go ahead and say, "I have been to a place that I have never been to before. I have seen death, and I have come back from it. And it's an experience unlike anything I've ever had. I feel more connected to the spirits and the dead."
Get used to it eventually.
He's going to go ahead and cast Healing Spirit after saying that. He'll put it right there. Healing Spirit. Call forth a nature spirit to soothe the wounded. The spirit appears in the space that I have marked. Spirit looks like a transparent beast or fae. I think that here it would just be kind of like a floating manatee. Just kind of hovering back and forth within this 5-foot space, swaying as if it were in the ocean. For anyone who walks into it, restores 1d6 hit points. Can't heal constructs or undead, so yeah. And I can heal you guys 1 plus 7, so I can heal you 8 times. So you can just keep walking in and out of the spirit if you want, or you can walk in, take healing, and just kind of take turns. But ultimately, I can do that 8 times, and that'll give you 6 HP.
I would imagine you tell everybody that it does that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So Dro would be in mid, pulling out a healing potion, looking down at Leo after Dolphin says that, put the potion back in his back and drag Leo over to it.
I was just gonna go drag Leo through it, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think
Also,
you're, sorry.
For whoever else needs it, Dyer's gonna pop 2 more cure wounds for 12. So whoever wants it the most.
I'll take 1.
While all of that's happening, can I go ahead and poke my head back down that hole if it still exists?
Oh yeah, it still exists.
Yeah.
As you do,
Good.
Marcus is gonna fly up past your face.
Oh,
I'm just like,
good to know you're alive.
I would drop darkness over here, and then I would say, "Anybody hear anything?"
Yeah, I didn't hear you
to
say
which all of the people around you respond, not at all. Except for
I'm
Dyer.
going to.
Dyer says, I saw
Dyer looks over and he says, "No."
I could droke in here.
Can I twin cast Lesser Restoration?
It's a single target. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna twin cast it on who's death? Just the 4 of us, really? These
And
little
Marcus.
4 losers and Marcus. All right, I'll twin cast it on Leo and Seamus, and then twin cast it on Marcus and Dyer, and then cast it on myself, and that's all my sorcery points gone.
Thank you.
Again.
Where did you come from?
I want to say before she climbed out of the hole, she looked down to make sure her outfit was. She's gonna peek in her shirt to see if she sees any like leaves or vines or anything. Her heart should be. Any physical showing.
Leo would step up and say, "There's an
No,
insane
this is
amount
before
of."
she gets out of the hole.
Oh, okay.
Before the darkness was dropped. I'm backing up.
So you're in the water as this is happening because you basically.
Yeah,
get
but she
flooded
has
as soon
her
as you
big.
get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like look down. There does appear to be kind of like essentially a tattoo of like
Okay.
of kind of crooked pointing of a tree on a rock.
She's just gonna prestidigitate and mending until not only does she look good, but the tattoo's completely covered for sure.
Mhm.
So she looks great right now. She did her whole prestidigitation thing.
And you guys
Just
come
crawl out of a
here.
water hole.
Yes.
Well, good to have you back.
I wasn't water, I was just stuck. For a long time. Like a whole minute.
See Dyer like just kind of like shakenly like uses his staff for some support and like finds a root to sit on. Just,
I'm gonna walk around with my eyes
is it always like
and
this?
try to.
With this group, kind of, yeah. We usually, it kind of feels like we scrape by through the skin of our teeth and sheer determination alone. Look, you're alive, though, and I'm so proud of you. I saw that hit against that tree.
Yeah.
He's like shaking.
Yeah, he's definitely like in shock like now that it's over.
Seeing how bad off Leo is, I'm gonna head over and use 20 points of my lay on hands pool. So you can heal 20, Leo.
Oh, that would be heavenly. Thank you.
I used some of myself too before I did that, but
Can I walk around with my eyes still popped and try and find any seeds?
Give me a
Leo-
perception check.
Leo would want to step up. I mean, probably before you do that, and just be like,
Mhm.
well, what I saw, or Marcus saw down there, there's an insane machinery that was part of this creature. It's not organic. I don't know if it's still down there and intact, but this wasn't just a tree.
What do you
Don't know how to explain it.
This supposedly was like a machine-based civilization, from rumors and
Much
things
of
I've
that
heard.
may be down there. Also saw what looked like a prison
Uh,
with people living in cells. And I don't know if the tree is not alive, if those people are still contained.
Should we go down and check?
I mean, we should be careful, but we should probably know what's going on.
Careful,
I
it's
think
my
the
middle
tree is
name.
dead.
And as you guys are talking, you start to hear a grinding around you.
What the fuck is
There's
happening?
essentially an earthquake happening all around you. You guys are on a big ass root and pillar system because you're directly under the tree. So nothing within maybe 100 feet in diameter does anything, but everything beyond that, the false landscape begins to fall
Oh shit.
and just collapse in on itself. And it just continues on for several minutes. And the cloud, the rain begins to dissipate from the storm, and there's massive amounts of dirt that get just spewed into the air as buildings below are crushed. Dust is kicked up, new rocks are turned into powder and pushed upward. You guys stand, by the end of it, you stand on top of the most vertical space for miles.
Anyone know how we're getting off of here?
Well, I
Maybe a
don't
few
think
ideas.
we're below are alive still, but
how far down is it?
About 100 feet for ease of use. Out of combat, between all your abilities and ropes and stuff, you guys can get down to the prison and to the core quite easily. Takes some
Yeah, I
time,
think-
but not too bad.
We should look for survivors.
Yeah, okay.
You
Or perhaps
find
prisoners.
You find
well,
7. You've got the 2 up top. You find 7 more down below. 4 of which are dead. And 3 still remain. Kind of a long, pale woman with hair that is looks almost like a jutted crystal, but it doesn't move. Very hard. Some sort of large rhinoceros almost, or triceratops belt creature with long blades coming out of its fingers. And a creature with no mouth to speak of, covered in robes. Those 3 survive.
As we step into this prison and look around at the different people, I would like to attempt to sleight of hand the book from Wanton.
As you
That's
get down
in-
there,
Sorry.
yeah, as you get down there, and you even have the thought, the book slides towards you and kind of raises up into your grasp. You can absolutely roll that sleight of hand advantage.
Yes, I would like that as stealthily as possible.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
I said an advantage.
Advantage
You
roll.
did say
Oh, did you?
advantage.
I
I did
did.
not hear that at all. Hey,
Not a 1.
not a 1. You're right. You're right.
Angie saw.
Yasmin saw, but she's like, it's a book, he likes books. I just assumed, he saw a book and liked it.
Yeah, so,
With my passive perception, I probably saw.
Bro saw.
yeah, with yours, for
But
sure.
again, I really don't care.
Mm,
It's a book. I just assumed he likes things. He likes books.
right. So as you guys
Yeah.
get down here, the energy source is powered down. No, not so the core still is there, but the shields are all gone on the prison.
Oh,
Morgan, do I still have a mental connection?
In a different way.
Okay.
Not what you had.
Alright.
Just to be clear, the 3 that are alive, are they unconscious? Or are they like
Yeah.
talking? Okay.
No, they're all out. They're all like, they've been held here for days or maybe weeks and just like sucked nearly dead.
I shall cast Healing Spirit. My
wait, hold on.
final level 2 spell. And I will just drag their bodies in and out of the Healing Spirit 8 times.
I would not advise that, but if you're gonna do it anyways.
It's a bit of a somewhat of a necessity for those of us that can heal. Kind of like a duty. All I have left is one myself, but I'll give it a go.
Just a reminder, we know nothing of these people, and 2 of them just tried to kill us.
well, if they try to attack us, I'll just chop them down. And Yasmin most certainly has her axe, just like.
So I do just want to expedite things a little bit to respect our East Coasters. The people who were bound by the tree remain unconscious during this whole time. You guys can check for stuff, check out the core, do something else. What do you guys think of?
I would like
I'm
to
looking.
check the unconscious bodies, or at least one of them. I want to check what items they have, if they have any items on them, and if I can learn anything from them before we...
The living folk?
Yeah, before we wake them up.
Oh, I'll check
Okay.
the dead ones.
Okay. Anybody who's searching, give me an investigation roll.
I'm looking
like to-
for.
Look for something else. I don't do investigation or perception. I'll channel it.
Okay.
Ooh, look at that.
Okay. Okay, so
looking
the
for-
4 of you searching. Bro, what are you doing?
Immediately going to the closest person and healing.
Okay.
I'm searching the dead.
Okay.
That's Seamus' specialty.
Yep, Bro at. There's a bit where you guys like all heal everybody like to the best of your abilities. And are you searching for something after that, or are you just tending?
Yeah, he'll search, but he's also gonna make note of what he sees. For reasons.
Sure.
He don't find shit.
Nothing.
Okay. We will do loot next time.
Alright.
And is anybody doing anything with the core?
I'm
I don't
looking
know-
for.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Goran.
Okay, I was just gonna say, I'm curious if I see any signs of the vines, like the one that had me and other people grasped it and being pulled towards something like this, and what might be happening with anybody that was still attached, if I could see those types of vines.
So the vines that had brought you here and like had everybody in the cells that were part of the root system that came from this energy horror, they're all starting to wilt and wither and die.
Any people
And-
that were in those vines that hadn't made all the way to the cell yet?
No. Or at least
How did I see?
not that you know of. Miles around you just collapsed with stone.
Yeah.
So it's possible there's some bodies out there.
Leo's interested to look for any slimes, gloops, or sludges that he could potentially take back to Zeta.
Oh. Okay.
I've got some empty
Yeah.
jars for that.
Sounds good. Everybody send me your kind of like wish list of like what you're thinking as we're going through like this investigation like loop process. And then going back to the cores. Anybody doing anything with the core?
Yes. Margot's looking to see if she can somehow interact with the core the way the tree did.
Leo's interested if there's any goo associated with the core.
Okay, cool.
He wants
Anybody
the
else?
motor oil.
I want that like power gel.
Mm-hmm.
Look back the hair.
Anybody else interacting with the core?
Just taking notes on it. In his
Okay.
notebook.
Maybe, I guess after I would finish looking around the bodies, she might try to do that sending thing to whatever sent the message down here. Or the city.
Oh. Sure. So for that portion. Yaslin, I'm not even going to make you roll for this. At some point, you do find there's a single construct up near the core, covered in vines. The vines are kind of burning off and withering down. And you see this construct essentially on a repeated loop, calling out for help. All that like static and gap in the message repeats over and over and over and starts to slow down and over.
Yeah, if I see it's like broken, I'll just break it all the way.
Yeah. there's a construct that was sending the message out, and it kind of came in like in little bits and
Yeah.
pieces. It was an exact match to how it came in through your bracelet. It was baked.
How cute.
Okay. So, as you guys are here, kind of spending some time just looking around, understanding, trying to gain some insights here, I'll provide those next time when we begin. But as you do, you start to hear something odd, which Leo recognizes as like a memory that he once forgot. You start to hear the sounds of like distant chimes. Chim, chim, chim. as it gets louder and louder and louder. And it feels like it's getting closer. And at some point, it shrieks out. And the air around you sounds like it cracks. And everything around you begins to shake. And everybody, regardless of perception, I was going to make everybody roll, but everybody's going to notice this. There's no way you wouldn't. The things around you, the prison, the vines, the machine, everything except for you guys and the other prisoners and the bodies, begins to fade out. And then become transparent and semi-corporeal. And the space around you disappears and you guys kind of sink into the ground as the firmness of the stones and steps and everything that you're on begins to loosen. And over the course of about 10 minutes, that chiming continues louder and louder and louder, and things just continue to fade out and away until suddenly there's a loud, like, pop, and it sounds kind of like the crack of a whip, but if the whip was like the size of a house. And the last physical remains of what's around you is just kind of ripped upward, travels up maybe 50 feet or so, and then just vanishes. And the stones, the pillars, everything about the space that you are in is gone. You guys are in a massive hole in the ground that stretches for miles around you, and there is no evidence remaining of the core, of the tree, the space, nothing.
That's a hell of a trick.
That's interesting.
Anybody who would like to give me a history check,
Did I get anything from the core?
or an investigation check.
Disappeared. Did I get anything from the core before the city disappeared? Because I was trying to interact with it.
Wow. Nice, guys. Yeah, so that's what's about to happen. We're gonna like pick up next time as like the investigation and the interactions for all of this. Yaslin,
Okay,
Dauphin,
not me.
Yaslin, Dauphin, Corin. You guys have only ever heard of this phenomenon or researched it. You have witnessed your first retreating. It is the phenomenon that rejects something from Aeon when it is no longer able to compete and is kicked out of the game, essentially.
Oh.
Haishan no longer exists inside of Aeon, and it is gone. And from very far away, those of you with great perception being like Corin and Yaslin, you can see the kind of like, it's kind of an edge, like way off in the distance. It's just a point. See, like a waterfall coming towards you. This is again miles away.
Okay.
Part of the coast is now gone.
Flash forward to the past.
Part of the coast is gone.
This is bad. We're in a
California
hole, and
is
there's a
freaking-
flash flood coming for us.
Yeah, well, guys, find whatever you want, and then we're gonna yeet get out right out of here.
So
Carry the
you might-
bodies. Let's go.
You might say the coast has been cleared.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice. Inspiration for a fantastic dad joke. And that is where we are going to end for tonight, y'all.